So.
Did you ask them to like let you sleep, and then
Well,
I'll do the trial in the morning?
Yeah. Can I ask? Hey, but like before we go, can you give us at least like the night? Like, is that a possibility?
If you are Outlanders, we really don't want to keep you around too long, so we would like to get this proven as quickly as possible.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure, fine.
Hey, it's Greta here. The following is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Names, characters, businesses, places, and incidents are either products of the Dungeon Master's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblances to actual persons, living or dead, or any actual events are purely coincidental. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. You might be wondering how we got here.
Wes, you feel wet. You kind of put together that you are not on Gaia and you are definitely in Phaeton. You see a cloud of green dust, and you kind of put together that you were teleported to Phaeton, and then you also see Greta. There's no way it makes sense. There's no way. The tree said that we were in Ozland.
So you mean Oz, like follow the yellow brick road?
Well, it was nothing. I mean, it was somewhat like that. All right, this is getting out of hand. You feel sticky, ooey gooey web cover your back, and you are pinned to the ground. She casts protect from poison on you. Greta kind of ran up to you, gave you a buff, and then you kind of dipped on her. And then you hear a loud lion roar.
Do you speak a de English?
What the fuck? A human? Outlander? How do I know you're not an Outlander? On this throne is this large lion, and he's very old. We like to do things the old-fashioned way here. A little trial by fire. As long as you don't do anything
Courage.
a little bit too... Damn it, you beat me to it! This trial will probably push you to your limits, so I guess be prepared. So they usher you to a cell. It takes about 2 hours, so you get a pretty good rest. Greta also is going to use some more. What are the hit die for druids?
It's for your... Oh, yeah, it is for your class, isn't it? So, yeah, no, I rolled one of my hit die, so I still have 4d6 left, and I'm at 20 hit points.
Oh, it's a d8. Druids are beefy.
I mean, they're not beefy, but they're not squishy.
I mean, that's the same as a monk.
Yeah. I mean,
Jeez.
beefy is like a barbarian. Don't they roll a d12?
Yeah, well,
Like you
that's
can
a
be
beefy.
like
That's
a
tankish.
strength druid. Like there is a
Yeah,
whole...
there is a higher class druid that you could get. So that's 8. She's just gonna use them all. 8 plus 8, 16.
You don't have to use them all.
24.
But
She's going to use them all.
Oh.
You see her pulling out different bandages and starting to bandage up her shoulders and whatnot. 24, 28. So 28 plus 18 is 46. Oh, that's max. Okay, cool.
How much health does she have?
She's a druid. She's a high class druid. She's got some health. All right, cool. After about an hour, you guys are. You see that same male lion kind of come by and he says, "Are you guys sure about this? We could just hold you, and I mean, there's no guarantee that we won't eat you.
You said you would eat us.
I mean, there's no guarantee for sure. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had prisoners that are, kind of
Edible?
Well, no. I mean, all prisoners are edible if you try hard enough.
Oh, my God.
But, I mean, you guys are kind of humanish, so, I mean, we don't want to... It's a gray area for sure. I guess, come on. He kind of cracks open the thing, and you and Greta walk out.
Wes asked Greta, is last chance? What do you think?
She kind of sighs, and she says, if you can get me back to my team, if you can get me to Hans, I'll do whatever it takes. And she kind of walks ahead of you. You guys walk down this corridor for a little bit. You actually walk down a little bit and then to the right down this little precipice. And as you do, you actually hear some chattering coming from down the way. And as it opens up into this big cavern. And you see this large, almost like obstacle course kind of deal.
Good. Wes is good at athletics.
And yeah, you see a couple of people standing on the sides. They're pretty heavily armored. You see these long pole arms, kind of reaching out, and at the end, you see this. You see that female lioness with a very long pole arm and a mace in the other hand, and she's kind of like just generally preparing herself for battle. All right. So you guys are put up in front of this thing, and as it does, fire just comes from it's. I need to paint a better word picture. These little stone platforms on each of these things, and there's just this fire that comes up. There's a ravine almost, and these stone platforms aren't necessarily touching each other. And you kind of peek over the edge as you're going over. It's at least a good 25-foot drop, and as you guys like step up to this thing, the guard kind of that has escorted you kind of pokes his spear towards you guys and says, "There's no turning back. If you turn your back, that's a sign of weakness, and that'll definitely get you killed or eaten."
So is this like just a general trial by combat type deal? You didn't really give us any details.
We're not supposed to. You'll see. It's more
Cool.
than combat.
I love informed decisions. And then Wes walks in.
If you
All
sink,
right,
you're
yeah.
innocent. If you float, you're a witch.
Yeah.
If she weighs as much as a duck and a duck floats.
Yeah. So
She's
the you guys walk forward, and then as you do, you see the in the biggest chair. This is like almost an arena, but it's like a very long line, and you see this long row in front of you. That's like an obstacle course, and you see on the sides, in the biggest chair is the old lion man, and he kind of he taps his staff twice, and as that happens, the flames come up, and they kind of block you from leaping to either side, and also obscuring your vision from the guards with the long spears on the sides.
Wes, as he walks through the fire, throws the devil horns. He's like, Detroit! Yeah!
They don't. Hold on. Make a performance check.
13.
13. Yeah, you get like a couple. Woo! Yeah. Detroit. What's Detroit? Yeah, but you get a couple. You get the crowd a little riled up. And Greta kind of looks at you quizzically, and she says, "We're probably gonna die, right?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's just. You know what? Fuck it. And she runs straight ahead. Let's roll initiative.
That's a 4.
All right.
Is it just like straight up we're fighting the 2 lion guards? Is that it?
Nope.
Oh. You did not describe the...
Nope, because you haven't seen him yet.
Oh.
Okay, as you leap ahead, there is a about 5-foot gap between the next like stone pillar and where you guys are, and as you kind of run up to it, there's these 2 kind of hanging what are they called? Scimitars? What are those? Yeah, these 2 hanging scimitars that are crossing each other. Are they scimitars?
Oh, like the axe thing where it's
Like
like
a
they're
scythe?
swinging scythes, back
two
and
hanging,
forth.
Yeah, 2 hanging scythes that are crossing back and forth,
Oh, I get
kind of
it.
blocking your path. What do you do?
Like a Zelda puzzle or something.
Can I cast minor hex on them? Oh no, minor hex is technology, not
Technology.
mechanics.
Yep,
You said
technomancy.
mechanics doesn't work. Yeah. So, can I would it be possible to cast frostbite on like the gears, like try and gunk up like? freeze
Make
the
a
gears?
perception check.
Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, I wanna see how it's working.
It's 3. I don't. Go ahead and roll it. It's gonna be a very high DC.
8.
Now, yeah, you can't even tell where these things are coming from. You just see, because there's essentially big pillars of flame on either side of you. You only see them swing.
I only see them
out.
swinging through.
You can kind of catch glimpses of the crowd and whatnot as they kind of clear the flames and cross back out. But otherwise, you can't.
He looks at Greta. Thoughts?
Hold on. Let me see what I got.
Because I mean, like so I can't see the mechanism. So like blowing it up's not really an option.
You You want to blow everything up when Julie's not there to stop you.
True.
She goes, well, let me see here. All right, I think I have an idea. She kind of concentrates for a second, and then casts. You see this. You see these storm clouds kind of start congregating around the your general area, and as they do, she goes, and now, and she tries to strike one of them with a lightning bolt that comes from this cloud, but it barely misses. She goes, all right, I'm gonna try again. She misses again. She goes, could you maybe slow them down? I don't know. Do you have anything that can help out with this at all?
Stopping big, large things isn't really my specialty, especially since it doesn't seem as though there's any kind of mechanics to destroy. It's more, my specialties are more destruction and messing with people's heads, I guess, would really be.
Oh, okay. I'll try to hit it again. These things are moving pretty fast.
What is the time difference, like the space in between? Them?
It's like the timing wise. They're both coming at cross sections, so they're both like swinging at the same time and coming back. So it's just like a big whoosh, whoosh. So there's definitely a gap in which you could definitely jump through it.
Did you ever play this on the playground with the swing set?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what's happening. I'm just wondering how big the gap is.
I mean, it's essentially you could definitely jump through it. You just have to time it right, and hopefully.
Like if you time it wrong, what's that outcome? You get sliced open.
You get bisected.
Yeah, that's the thing about D&D is there's.
But you have shield.
You can roll. That only goes up to a certain point. And also I've already used 3 first level spell slots.
What about blink?
I could use blink. I really would just love. You know what? I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just fucking jump through it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
This is going to be a dexterity saving throw.
9. I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
5. So, you also get a.
Yeah, I will be using that soon.
Way behind you,
Greta, is focusing on this thing, on this giant cloud, and then she kind of is focusing on her next strike, and you jump, and she kind of looks at you with what the and your timing's just all off. You jump as soon as they're about to come down. And then she drops her hand and reaches out with a vine and grabs you and pulls you back. And she goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh, you also get to use that reroll was my.
I'm not gonna use it right away, baby.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you can't. I mean, I haven't cast a leveled spell.
No,
so.
don't you worry. She goes, "What the hell? I was just getting the timing down."
Sometimes, I'm kind of lucky. Sometimes things kind of just work out for me.
I mean, you could have rolled luck there, but that just would have been probably even worse.
Yeah.
She goes, "Don't, just give me a second." Now, the cloud, as she reached out and grabbed you, dissipates because Call Lightning is a concentration spell. So she wasn't able to hold on to Call Lightning and also grab you with the vines. So she goes, well, now I'm really out of options. I mean, I guess I could try to bring it up again. I'm really getting low on energy, though.
I'm not joking that I literally have not a single spell that helps here.
Okay, you're just gonna have to carry us when we face the kitty cat over there. And you guys have been here for about 3 minutes now. You actually see a pole come through the flames and kind of streak by you guys. Not really close to you guys, but pretty close to you guys. And you think that if you a spear.
I'm thinking a cattle prod.
Yeah, essentially. It was a warning
they're
shot.
Go.
Yes.
Okay.
And so she takes a minute again, kind of settles herself, and then brings up the storm, and this time with a mighty force of electric bolt, she zaps one of the scimitars, and it crashes into the other one, and they both tumble over. Now all you have to do is make the 5-foot jump.
Is
yeah,
this
just
a
make
roll?
a dexterity. It's a very low DC. It's 5 feet.
9.
Okay. You jump, and then you kind of slip a little bit, and then she just kind of jumps into you, and you both kind of land on the other side in a heap. And the crowd kind of cheers at this point, seeing that you destroyed the scimitars and moved on to this next one. Up next, I gotta find my notes. Up next, you see this. You see up ahead of you are all these like different like spike things that are popping up out of the ground, just kind of shooting out every once in a while. And it's coming in. Make an intelligence check.
11.
You could tell that there's some kind of pattern to it, but you can't really tell what it is. And you and Greta kind of sit there for like another minute, and then you feel another sphere kind of fly by you. What do you do?
What is it? Explain it to me one more time.
So there's this field of different holes.
Yeah.
In the ground, and every like there are spheres just shooting out of it randomly, from what you can tell.
That intelligence roll is to see what was shooting out of the ground.
No, it was to see the pattern of it, and you can't really tell.
Okay.
And neither can Greta.
Can I look to see what's actually being shot out of the ground?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh, 13.
They're just, you can see one because it shoots right up in front of you, like you guys are right on the precipice of it. There's these little like spears almost, but it's just out of these like sharpened sticks. You think they wouldn't like mess you up too bad, but taking enough. I mean, you see it goes on for about 60 feet, and it goes on for a little while. And you think taking enough of these would probably mess you up pretty bad.
Okay. I say Nimbus, and can I
Yep.
I open my jacket to have him.
Yeah, you Nimbus has actually been floating behind you this whole time, and it kind of looks at you and then kind of does a nod.
Mm-hmm. Can you raise me up so I can get a better look at this?
It kind of swirls around in a circle and then stops there.
I step onto Nimbus.
Make a Constitution check.
Check or saving
Check.
throw? Oh, then 0.
No, you fall through.
You step on Nimbus and you step right through him, and he kind of shakes off and kind of looks at you and goes, and shakes his head no.
Cool, great. A lot of very, helpful, fun. Yes, good. Then you got the pattern?
I can't figure it out. It's moving, and it's definitely a pattern. I just can't seem to get a grasp on it.
I really hope when it's my turn, it's just a bunch of riddles.
See, I don't see a way around this other than trying to figure out the pattern. Is there? I mean, I already rolled poorly, but is there a way I could
if you attempt it, I will give you another check on it, but you have to attempt it first. You have to change something about the situation.
Right. And this is the only. It's go through the field or.
Yeah, you actually another sphere comes by you, and it's a lot closer. It's not a warning shot anymore. They're about to start actually.
All right. Fucking love it. I'm gonna step into the. I'm like Wes thinks he sees the pattern.
Okay.
And steps in.
All right, make a dexterity saving throw.
Or is this another intelligence to see if I do recognize the
make a
pattern?
dexterity saving throw first to make sure you don't get stabbed to smithereens, and then we'll see.
17.
17. All right. You kind of leap and bound a couple of the things. Let's see how much you beat it by. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you make it about halfway, and then you get stopped by the thing, and make an intelligence check again. This time I'll give you advantage.
Oh, good, because that first roll was a 1, and the second roll is a solid 6.
Still can't figure out the
Better
pattern.
than a natural
Make
1.
You're leaving Greta behind, or did you beckon her to come with you?
I said, follow me, I've got it.
Okay, yeah, she is going to also make a dexterity saving throw. Does not do as well as you did. She gets kind of caught up in the thing and takes. Where's my other d6?
She's a little gnome, though. Can she just matrix through the, when they.
You know what? She is small. I will give her. She rolled bad enough. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
She takes 10 points of piercing damage as she catches 2 of the sharpened sticks in her sides. She seems fine, but you see one of the bandages kind of start bleeding through again. Not looking terrible, but definitely took a hit there.
All right, then what do I need to roll? What do I need to continue to get through?
Just make another dexterity saving throw.
That's an 8.
All right. Yeah, this you think you have the pattern for sure this time. Like you've been through it, and you're like, oh yeah, I definitely got this. This is easy. And you, as you cross your way through it, you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Good.
As you get 2 of them right in your sides. As you thought you get it, and you like try to do a dive for the final one, and 2 of
It's
them
just a flesh
right
wound.
in your gut.
Did I get through though?
Yes, you did make it through.
Okay.
Greta also. Oh, where's my die? Greta actually does have the pattern figured out and kind of sidesteps twice. And after taking those 2 bamboo sticks and slides right next to you, she goes, "All right, just one more, and then we're at the lion lady." You see the cloud still kind of striking out, and she goes, "All right, I gotta close that down." She kind of makes a hand gesture and closes her fist, and the cloud goes away. She goes, "I'm really low right now, so I'm gonna need you to pick up some of the slack."
Yeah, no problem. I'm great at that. Cool.
All right, this next one, and then you see ahead of you, you see these 2 walls just go boom. And then they slide open, and then down the way you see boom, 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 boom. And then the first one in front of you, boom. And then down the way, boom, 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 boom. And this one, I mean, it's not really a pattern. It's just you have to keep up with these walls. They're about 10 feet high. So what do you do?
What's above them?
Nothing.
I look down. Nimbus? You guys try this again, bud?
He kind of looks at you for a second, and then kind of like he almost sighs, like kind of it gets a little bit darker, and then it shakes its head yes, and then yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution check.
14.
14. This time you step on Nimbus, and you kind of settle into it, and then Nimbus kind of shakes a little bit.
Oh, hang on.
And
She's a
you're-
gnome, yes?
Yes.
Climb on, and I grab her like to climb on my shoulder.
Okay. What did you roll?
14.
14. Okay, yeah. She climbs on top of your shoulders, and you sink a little bit down into Nimbus, but you're fine. And you, the Nimbus kind of shoots up, and you guys float over it. As you do, you hear like boos coming from the crowd. They're like, "Oh, come on, go through the challenge. Stop being a wimp."
Middle finger.
Yeah,
Crowd gets
and
the middle
as you
finger.
do, you get a sphere kind of lunges at 2 spheres, kind of fly by you. One of them misses, but the other one hits you right in the stomach, and you take. Where's my die? Oh my God! 6 points of piercing damage as the sphere kind of jabs into you. And make another Constitution check.
15.
Okay. Next part of Nimbus is that you have to. It's a concentration, so you have to.
Oh, so if I take
if you
damage.
take damage, you will.
It's
have
like,
to
is fly a concentration spell?
Yes.
It's fly, the
Yes.
spell fly.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind
Except,
of.
but with the little extra rolling.
Yes.
Okay.
And so yeah, you kind of take the sphere and toss it to the ground, and you continue. You like hold on to Nimbus. You like grasp it, and it's actually you can actually feel like Nimbus has a form to it. It's not necessarily like you would think like a fluffy cloud or something like that. It's more like a like if you're holding on to like humidity almost.
Mm-hmm.
You've been to Florida, right? Yeah, you know.
I lived in Florida. I lived
Yeah.
there until I was 13.
So it's like
I know
it's
what
like
you
the
mean.
Florida humidity. No, but you float over the thing and you hear more boos and stuff, but you guys land on the platform in front of this lion person. And she goes, "Finally, you guys took forever. Come on."
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my bean of healing
All right,
because
you
I'm
pop a
at
bean
5
into
health.
your mouth.
So 4d4 plus 4.
Okay, yeah.
3. 1. 4. 3 plus 7.
11.
11
plus
plus 4.
14. So
14.
you pop the bean in your
Wait,
mouth.
11 plus 4?
15. Listen, Jesse.
What?
None of it matters.
Cool, I'm back to still not full health.
All right. Yeah, you eat the bean and you feel like a couple of your wounds close up, and otherwise, and then Greta says, "All right, let me and then she casts Cure Wounds on herself again. She heals herself for 8 points of damage, so she's definitely looking better. Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then the lion says, "All right, now we get to the fun part."
Hello, this is your DM here. DM obviously stands for Duncan Munchkins. Yep, I love them. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of You Might Be Wondering How I Got Here. If you like what we do, you can tweet at the show using the hashtag YMBW. That's the Y letter. We already did that one. MBW. W is like the M, but you gotta turn that frown upside down if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, thanks so much for tweeting about the show. And if you like what we do, you can follow us on YMBW Podcast, Instagram and Twitter. YMBW Podcast to follow what Olivia does with all of our cool social media. We also have a coffee. If you like what we do, you can donate to us, and we would greatly appreciate it. We're also working on setting up a Patreon, so if you guys want to support us there, you can also do that. But we'll give a special announcement for when that drops. Oh yeah, and also we have a special Christmassy themed couple of episodes coming out after this arc. We just finished recording it, so that's why I'm gonna put it in this. I'm gonna announce it in this episode. But yeah, we have like a Christmassy. You'll see. It'll be coming out in a couple of weeks. So once this kind of section of our arc is done, we'll put that in between, and then we'll finish out this whole arc here. So yeah. So yeah, thanks so much for tweeting and sharing the show with your friends and loved ones. And hey, get back into the episode.
All right. First up is Greta. Greta is going to kind of seeing this threat ahead of her. She claps her hands together and forming a thunder wave. And this line needs to make a Constitution saving throw and fails it summarily and gets knocked back right to the edge of this circle. And you see now on this circle that there's fire surrounding all of it. And as you guys walked past, the fire kind of shot up behind you. And she gets knocked right next to the edge of it. This thing is essentially...
Greta gets knocked back?
No. The lioness.
Oh, okay.
Gets knocked back right to the edge of it. So she takes a good amount of damage here. Where is my die? She takes 8 points of damage. And is knocked back 15 feet right up against the edge. You think that if she would have gone any further, she would have plummeted into those flames. Next up is you. Oh, no, sorry. Next up is the lioness. She she catches herself and she goes, ah! She kind of gives out a snarl and she runs up to Greta. She drops her spear to the end, grabs the mace with two hands and slams it down on top of her. Oh, my God. And definitely does. And does... Oh my God. She catches Greta right on the side and kind of smashes her. And Greta kind of slumps over, taking this hit to the ribs. And Greta definitely... you see the wounds on her shoulders now are definitely like split back open. And she has like a big old bruise on her side.
Oh, good.
There we go. Yeah, she is not looking great. Next up, your turn. What do you do?
All right, so... I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
And it's going to be from the edges of the pit, just swarms of rats. Like, insane amount of rats.
All right.
That's intelligence.
Okay. Intelligence.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. It's a natural 20.
God damn it.
Normally, this wouldn't be great for her, but yeah, she is a natural 20. Roll 2d10 for me.
Oh, 2d10?
Yeah.
2d or 2d12?
2d10.
Oh, because you're making me do it. Okay, yes. Oh, that's the percentage die.
That's
but
fine.
3.
30.
Bothers me to use that one. 35.
35. Let's see what we got here.
Oh boy.
Oh fuck.
I don't have it pulled up. Which one is it?
Roll a d10. Your age changes by a number of years equal to the roll. If the roll is odd, you get younger. If the roll is even, you get older.
Oh, roll a d10 for me, baby boy.
That's a 3.
You get...
Wes is. I've decided Wes is 27.
No, you definitely said mid-20s.
Well,
you said mid-20s, so now you...
I said mid to late 20s. I was thinking 26, 27.
I'm going to say you were... we'll split the right down the middle, 25. So
that's not right down. Oh, what were you going to say?
I was going to say 23, and you were
no, I was like, I was
that's
like,
not
I was
mid-20s,
thinking 27.
It's early 20s.
Okay,
you can
I'll
go
say,
back. I said late 20s.
I think 27 is kind of mid-20s.
I'll say you were 20s.
Say 25. 25 is fine. You know what?
25,
25.
and
He's
now
25.
you're 22.
Now I'm 22.
You're kind of.
I'm a grad student again. Awesome.
Yeah, wrinkles kind of soak up a little bit. You get a little bit. You pack on a little bit more pounds. But otherwise, you're not a huge change happens.
No, I think he gained weight in the last 3 years. I think.
You think so? Okay, yeah. So you kind of slimmed down a little bit. Yeah.
I think all the casinoing he's done
Put
has been
put some
after
in
he
there.
turned
Yeah.
21.
Okay. Yeah. And roll a d12.
Yeah, right. For a 2.
2.
Again.
Okay. Yeah. But you feel that like that tingling sensation that you feel sometimes when your magic gets a little bit out of control, and it kind of changes you, and you feel like, ugh, and you kind of feel sick a little bit, and then feel like some of your wrinkles go away. You think, all right, could be worse.
Hey, my back doesn't hurt anymore.
Hey, yeah. So and
Now
you
is
feel
it
your metabolism
is
get a
it
little bit stronger.
you grow back to 22, or is it you revert to your 22-year-old body? Because if I reverted to my 22-year-old body, would I gain health back? It doesn't say it in the thing, so no.
No, you just get.
I think it's
you
just I
look
gain
younger.
I just get that extra.
Yeah, it doesn't really produce a.
I just get like a little
noticeable effect.
facelift. I mean, I was 25, so Wes doesn't look like an old guy.
No, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Up next is Greta again. Greta kind of looks at this like entity with this lion entity with like malice, and she goes, "You fucked up," and she raises her hand to the sky and brings down a big old burst of moonbeam. The lioness does pass the Constitution saving throw. Yeah, she brings it down on top of her, and she takes 9 points of damage, radiant damage, as this thing kind of singes the lion's hairs, and you see it kind of boil a little bit. The lion doesn't look terrible. In fact, she kind of buffs off this force that's kind of pushing down on her, and she slides to the left of this thing and kind of slams her mace again, two-handed, down on Greta again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a d12. And it hits. So it slams down on her again, and she takes 2d6. This time, Greta manages to like kind of turn a little bit and get the brunt of it, kind of on her unbitten shoulder.
Yeah.
But still takes that damage. Not looking terrible, but not looking great.
Right.
Next up is you.
Myself. How far away am I from them?
You're about 5 feet. So they're
Melee
in
range.
melee range, and then you're about 5 feet back from that. You kind of ran up with Greta, but you kind of stood back as you cast. your
So
spell.
okay, so movement isn't a. So I'm outside of.
You're outside
Okay.
of her attack range.
Yeah. Okay. So. Sorcerer point, quicken spell.
Okay. Mark that off.
Yep. 3rd level chromatic orb.
All right, go ahead and do it.
17 plus 7, 24.
That hits. Roll damage.
It's a
What,
fire.
fire?
Yeah.
Fire? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fire. Actually, for flavor, I'm going to make it fucking lightning.
Lightning. Okay, so we see Wes kind of conjure up in his hand. Are you using your staff?
No.
Okay.
It's like I kind of either lean my staff against myself. I think the way he
Didn't
figured
they take
out.
away your staff?
No.
No, they made him drop it, but he.
I think
Okay.
the way he figured out how to use chromatic orb instead of chaos bolt is like using 2 hands,
Two hands
instead
and,
of
like,
one. So he like
crushes it in his
Hadoukens
hand.
it.
Yeah,
Like
so
builds
you see
it in his
the
hands
ring
and Hadoukens
kind of
it.
glow a little bit as you crush the chromatic orb in your hand, and you shoot it out at the lioness. And how much damage? 3d8.
5d8 because I
5d8
casted a
is
3rd level spell.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to use blink because she'll keep just beating up on Greta.
Uh-huh.
It's better when I have a tank with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good spell, but 8, 2, 10, 4, 14, 4, 18, 3, 21. 21 points of fire
You
damage.
see the lightning kind of blast out of her, and then it like wraps around her and kind of cuts off a couple pieces of the armor. You said 21 points of damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. You see like smoke coming off of her. She is not looking great. Next up.
Oh
is-
no, that was I quickened that
quicken
spell.
Okay.
Chromatic orb at 2nd level.
First roll that d12.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. 4.
So close.
Yeah.
All right. Second level?
Yep.
Is this the last of your spells?
No.
Okay.
Good times.
Oh, that's right. You have 2 second level spells now.
14.
14, that misses. So you
damn.
shoot it, and she kind of, now aware of your presence, kind of ducks to the side, and it barely streaks off you actually see it streak off the back wall and kind of ride it up. What was it, lightning again?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I think it would be. I think the way in my head it worked is he just threw like a crate one.
Yeah.
Like 2. He almost did it.
Yeah,
like he split it into
half
2.
and boom, boom. Yeah.
And like.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Roll that d12 again.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy! That's a 1, ladies and gentlemen.
It finally
Oh,
happened.
It
Oh.
finally happened.
We finally actually rolled
a
wild magic.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up the wild magic table this time so I can beat you to it.
Has this happened before? Or
It's happened a couple times at this point.
with like the blue?
The blue was that me turning into a cat.
That was
Right.
bad luck. Yeah.
Me becoming younger 5 minutes ago, and there's one more
But
that
that
I'm
one
not
wasn't
thinking
'cause you
of.
rolled
Oh,
a
I
one.
glued.
That one
I
was
bl-
Yeah,
I-
you glow.
I
glow up,
glued.
yeah.
I glowed.
Glowed.
Glowed. There you
I
go.
glowed.
All right,
Remember
roll
that? Yeah.
roll 2d10 for me.
0,
Oh boy.
0.
Oh.
So 100. You regain all expended
expended
sorcery
sorcery
points.
Fuck you! All right, yeah, you've kind of you cash this, you send out that thing and kind of feeling great about yourself. You're like, yes, I've got this, and
Get
you
some
feel
wild
your
magic
sorcery
for the win.
This is very
points come
funny.
back. Yeah. Up next is
Yes,
Greta.
please.
Greta kind of taking your lead, kind of tries to grab this lion woman. She's smaller than this lion woman, so she's gonna be at disadvantage. But she's gonna try to push her into the moonbeam. And she kind of grapples onto her, but the lion just kind of kicks her off, and kind of sending her back a ways. Actually, like out of melee range. And as she does, she kind of looks at you. And she comes at you two-handed with her mace, and is actually going to do 2 attacks on you.
Oh, cool.
She is
A fighter.
raging.
Oh, she's a barbarian. Very good.
That is a 17 versus AC.
I will use shield.
Okay. The next one is.
Well, I'm out of traditional first level spell
Oh,
slots.
make that D12. Actually,
that?
we'll do it after this attack. She then casts. She does it again, and another 17.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
You
can't.
can't, 'cause that's
I
your
can't
reaction,
because it's a reaction. So, the
you
second
use
one
the
does
shield,
hit, yes.
and then you use the shield as her hand. Like she swings down on top of you, and you grab it. You like push your hand up, and as she does, she
just,
uses
like,
that
right,
momentum
like,
to
just fucking
bounce it
pushes
back
the-
off and swing at your ribs. And she does. Whoo, buddy boy, she does. 14 points of damage.
All right.
Roll that D12.
Good. Very
This is
good.
just action-packed today.
Yeah, I know, right? 6. Yeah, we're
Okay.
good.
Yeah, you feel like an energy pump through you, but then you kind of relax it and take this damage. How you doing?
I have 6 hit points.
All right, well, it's your turn.
Well, now that I have all of my sorcery points back,
Yep, you can use your bonus action to turn them into spell slots.
I'm gonna create 1 first level spell slot. I
Okay.
know I'm gonna do that. So that's 2. So I have 3 left. So I'm gonna mark 2 down. So I have 1 extra 1
Okay.
here. Just I'm gonna save that for shield of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to fire chromatic orb 2nd level at her.
Okay.
Or is she in melee range?
She is in melee range. right
Okay,
now,
so then
you
I
would
have disadvantage on that
attack,
range
yeah.
attack. No, okay, yeah. No,
I mean,
then,
you could use your luck to give yourself advantage, which would then cancel that out, so it's just a regular attack. Because you know what happens when you use luck.
No, yeah, no. I'm gonna use I used
lucky
my
feat,
bonus
not your
action
luck,
to
but-
create a first level spell slot, so I have a shield on hand,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to try. She's like, that's metagaming. I'm not gonna do that.
Nah. I mean, I can give you a description of her, but I
Frostbite.
can't
I'm gonna hit her. Oh, barbarian. What do you think? Should I attack against her? I'm debating whether to attack against her AC or her Constitution, because I want to use a cantrip here.
Well, what do you want to do? Figure it out.
I'll use Frostbite. I'll use Frostbite because then she gets disadvantage on her next attack that hits, and that's clutch for
Okay.
until my turn. Until it goes around one turn. One round.
Oh, yeah. Summarily beats it.
Okay, then nothing happens.
Yeah.
That's
You point your fingers at her, kind of in a how do you Wes cast Frostbite?
I think it's it requires. I finally learned what magic like focuses do.
Mm-hmm.
It's if a spell requires items.
Yeah, then you don't
Unless
have-
it's like it burns the item off,
Yeah.
then you can just use the staff.
yeah.
So once he has like the ring and the staff, I think it's just like a straight up. He points it at his staff.
Yeah, at
her
there. Yeah.
and whispers Kryos, which
Yeah,
is ancient Greek for like frost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that, and you see the frost kind of swirl around her, but she
She flexes. She
and-
flexes like the Rock in Fast and the Furious 7 and like
the
rips the
cloud
cast
just
off.
kind of dissipates instantly.
Yeah, okay.
Up next is Greta. Greta sees this happening, and she has the moonbeam up. She pulls out this short sword and is just gonna try to slash at the lioness's leg. That is a 15. That does not hit. It wouldn't do much anyway. Yeah, she slashes at it, but it just clangs against the back of her leg armor, not doing much. Up next is the lioness. She's going to slam another mace at you. 21.
Yeah, that's not even a shield.
Okay, and she's gonna 17.
Yeah, I'll use a shield on the second one.
Okay,
I
yeah,
guess.
she slams it down on you,
So it only
and
hits
you go,
me
"Wah!" And then she brings it back around to your side. But this time you know that she has this combo, and you raise up your shield, deflecting it. You still take 14 points of damage.
And Wes is unconscious.
And you go down. Yeah, that's just it for Wes. Night night, Wes. Yeah, she slams you to the side. This time you kind of fly next to it, and you're down and under. Up next is Wes. Make that death saving throw. You can roll luck, D6 luck, but
no, I'm gonna roll. Oh, that's one fail.
ooh, one
That's
failure for Wes.
For me.
Next up is Greta. She sees you unconscious, and she goes, "Wes, no!" And she uses Cure Wounds. You take. Where is my D8? Well, you take 5 points of healing, and you're conscious.
Cool. That's good.
And she touches you and kind of glows up, and yeah, that's it. She kind of just readies herself for the barrage that's about to happen next, as the lioness brings the mace down on her twice. 17 hits. Oh, and then 19 hits. Oof. She's gonna take some damage here. Oh, and 17 points of damage. Whew, she's not looking good. She slams her down on her shoulder again, opening up that wound entirely, and you actually see actually a little bit of bone starting to peek out. And then she slams it down again on her head this time, and she Greta just kind of slams down into the ground. She pushes her arms down onto the ground to make sure she doesn't go all the way down, but she's not looking good. And she has a big bloody spot on the back of her head. Wes, your turn. What do you do?
So did Greta just go down?
She's not down, but she's not looking good.
What does the lioness look like, and how far away is she?
She is very angry. She's right. You're all in melee range of each other right now. You actually you're prone right now because that's what happens when you go unconscious. So you have to use half your movement to get up. Yeah, she's angry. She doesn't look great. I'll tell you that much. She still has steam coming off of her and little pops of electricity from that chaos belt you showed her. She has scars coming up and down. You actually see some of the armor's actually been torn off of her. But otherwise, she's angry and looking for blood.
Okay, so I'm gonna use half my movement to get up,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force. I'm gonna try and use Phantasmal Force again, but I'm going to heighten the spell with my remaining 3 sorcery points.
Okay.
Which gives her disadvantage on the saving throw.
And I think I think she already has disadvantage. Let me double check.
Wait, why? Because of...
she's raging.
Oh, yeah. If she is, then...
Well, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. It's a double disadvantage.
I don't think so, actually. I'll have to double check. I didn't look this far deep into
The barbarian
stuff, but I'll make sure to double check in the future. But she has a disadvantage, and she fails.
Yeah, so
I don't even need to roll again.
She sees a pit fiend crawl out of the from behind us as like a third. Like she sees me, I do like a start chanting. Like I'm using ancient Greek, so I'm not sure they would.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't
know that.
She
so
wouldn't,
like
for sure.
I start like it's an unnecessary chanting even for the spell, but like maybe I use prestidigitation to make my eyes glow or whatever, and this pit fiend comes like climbs out of the earth behind her.
Yeah, and it kind of roars at her, and she kind of turns her attention to it. Next up is Greta. Greta, now seeing that her that the lioness's attentions kind of turned, will let me see real quick. She has how many of those? Oh, she has a good amount of those. I should have used that earlier, but it's fine. I'll use it.
Oh, and then it starts to charge her, so it is moving toward her.
Okay, that's fine. She as her back is kind of turned from her, she uses the spell. She brings up one more storm cloud right above her, and she raises her hands and slams it down. And she needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which she fails, the lioness, and she takes 3d10 lightning damage. Oh boy. 6. Uh-oh. 1. You see this lightning come from the heavens, slam down on top of her, and she kind of shakes for a little bit, and then falls to the ground.
Good.
And the crowd cheers. You actually hear a couple booing. You hear some people like, "Oh, what the hell? That was weak. What the fuck?" But otherwise, it's nothing else. Yeah, just here cheering and general ruckus. And the flames kind of die down a little bit. And you see that one lion kind of run up to the female lion and give her a potion. And she kind of looks at you too, and the male lion goes, "It's over. Calm down, all right, Catherine. You need to. We'll go get you patched up. It's fine." She kind of spits in your direction and walks off.
2-on-1 hardly seems fair. I mean, don't take it too hard.
She snarls at you and walks off down this path that there's these stairs that kind of slide down. And you see the old lion kind of barely get himself up and gets up to his feet and gives you guys a clap along with the rest of the audience's cacophony. And you guys are guided down the way, back into the chambers of the line. You guys get a little bit of a break. You can, if you want to take another short rest. You're about to get in long rest territory, so I don't think it really matters.
I might, just because I'm at 5 hit points, in the sense that
just in case.
Back,
okay,
so
cool.
Back it.
Yeah, the lion kind of. You guys get back to the thing, and as you guys walk in, he claps you guys up again. He goes, "Very good, very good. You guys did nobly, except for that cloud thing. He kind of sniffs the air and he says, "Where is it? I can smell it on you."
My what, sir?
Your cloud, your floating thing. I don't like it. It smells.
Well, he doesn't
terrible.
like you either.
He kind of snarls as she says, "That kind of attitude will get you thrown in, no matter how well you did at the challenge." And he kind of shakes his head and he goes, "Well, you guys did amicably, so what do you need?"
Sleep.
That will be provided to you at once. But what do you need? Why are you here?
Well, we'd love to get back to Gaia if that's.
He kind of sighs a little bit. And he says, Well, the only person I know that can even have a chance of getting you back to Guy is Glenda. But nobody goes to her castle. He kind of ponders for a minute, kind of does the hand thing. He goes,
What if we go on a magical adventure where we learn it was in the way to get back to Gaia was inside of us all along, and he clicks his heels. Wes clicks his heels 3 times.
He kind of picks up what you're saying and goes, ha ha! I like what you think, but no, those were the shoes for sure. They were very magical.
Oh, cool. Okay, glad. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna tell anybody when I get back. I think a lot of people get like some inspiration or whatever from that story.
Yeah, I get it. Let me think.
If we could just be maybe a map would be lovely.
We can get you all that, but what if you went to the monkeys? They can fly high and definitely get over all of Glenda's defenses. I mean, she has to deal with them on the daily, but
isn't Glenda the good one? I was a kid the last time.
I mean, good is a stretch. She's kind of a neutral force. She kind of keeps off. She's the one that brought up the barrier around her. I mean, good. Yes, she's kept all of us safe and alive for this past century, but she's kind of staunchy,
cool.
Old. Her granddaughter's kind of chill, but otherwise.
I'm sure it's fine. Well, I really would love like a nap before I continue to.
We'll send you out with the
decide.
brigade to the line to the monkeys, and we'll try to see if you can fare with them. Maybe you can convince them with your magical ways. I don't know what you have to offer per se, but yeah. Greta's also doing the same thing. She's like,
Greta, I was about to say, like, Greta, you want anything?
After
Magic
a nap
sword,
and a meal,
fun,
for sure.
Maybe they have another crowd. Like, I don't know.
So yeah, you guys go. And he says, yeah, I'll send my best men with you. You'll, my daughter, Catherine will.
We just tried to kill you.
Yeah, she's.
Oh yeah, that's I'd that'd be fantastic, and I really appreciate it. But I don't know if she
and my
won't
son-in-law
kill
of
us
course.
in our sleep.
And my son-in-law, he's a little bit more level-headed than her. He'll be able to, go with
Keep
you
her
guys.
from killing us in our sleep.
Probably,
Good, yes,
hopefully.
okay,
I mean,
yes.
she is
Yes,
very
good,
strong,
good,
as you
love it.
saw in that fight there. She was holding back if you couldn't tell. Well, go have a good night. I'll see you guys in the morning. And you guys go, and they give you a nice little. It's like a stone, but it has like these soft leaves that you guys sleep on. You guys get a nice meal, and you rest up.